everything that went in from the beginning. Our idea of success was playing the Warped Tour, and once we started doing showcases for every major label that was out there, we understood that this was a little bit more than just Texas is the Reason or Grade or Ink and Dagger. This wasn't a record. This wasn't a band that was going to sell like 12,000 records. This was a band that was going to sell over 100,000 records. So, we just kind of held on tight and went for the ride. I mean, we've always stayed humble and remembered that we all came from nothing, from Utah, and our love for the music is the reason why we do what we do. And I think that's kind of kept the band centered, and I think that people can really see the honest intent that we have for our music, because just like anything, I mean, true music fans can see when someone's faking immediately. I just think that that's why the band has been able to do what it's done for so long, is because we've kept it about the music, and we've kept the integrity real, and we've just really made music that we wanted to make. Like when I wake up and I have to shit first thing, I like to put on Billy Joel, just a random.
Oh, you like that song, Bananagram?
Bananagram.
Bananagram,
yeah. Sing us the song, I love Bananagram.
Mainly, I just hook it up in Pandora, and on my Pandora, I just got a bunch of stuff. We were listening to a lot of old funk, like James Brown and stuff the other day. That turn her up really loud. It's something that anybody can get into.
Yeah, Billy Joel, David Bowie, like Led Zeppelin, John Lennon, the Beatles, Jimmy. It's really easy to put on like classic rock stuff and have nobody complain. For me, growing up, like my favorite bands were Converge, Coalesce, Ink and Dagger. I love Bloodlet, Acme, and then like real like straight edge hardcore bands. I loved Earth Crisis and Strife, but I think once I kind of got into like Sunny Day Real Estate and Grade and Texas is the Reason, and some of the bands that were a little bit more melodic, is when I kind of found a passion for what kind of music I wanted to make. Not for me personally, but I know that Quinn was really into it, and I mean everyone who heard that record.
Brandon was into it, still is.
Yeah, hugely. And it's an undeniable thing how succulent that record is. Like,
the guitar tones on it are amazing.
There's a few records that come out like in the span of history that are guaranteed to influence every guitar player.
I was even drummer. As a drummer, like that, Songs of the Fan, The Flame, Discontent, the one before, Shape Punch Come, both those albums to me are like groundbreaking and very, very influential on my playing.
Just saw them in LA and they came out swinging. It was awesome. They were so awesome. I had no idea, like, I mean, I've never been a huge Die Hard Refused fan. They blew me away. I remember the RV. Dan probably remembers Salt Lake.
Mm-hmm, I do remember it well.
We had a different drummer at the time. But yeah, I remember that tour being pretty crazy. We had a tour manager. His name was Richard Belial, but he was Wayne to me. He rocked a half ponytail and sweats. It kind of looked like how I look now in his pajamas every single day. And then he stole our RV and drunk drove to try to get some more alcohol and was on pills, and we followed him, and he's driving over people's lawns and like, I don't know.
He was a good tour manager.
He was a great tour manager. That tour was great, and I feel like bands that were around at the time were kind of either or. They were kind of either like that post-punk, like indie rock band, or you had heavy shit. And I feel like for the Used, we've always been right on the line, which I think in a lot of circumstances pisses people off, because it's, we're very poppy, but then we have lots of heavy stuff as well. But for a lot of people that I think kids nowadays, things are a lot less genre specific than especially when like we were growing up. I mean, when me and Dan were into music, it was like you're into hardcore, or you're into fucking punk rock, or whatever you're into, and then the rest was all, left to be made fun of and
to fade away.
yeah.